How your lawn looks says a lot about you. So put your lawn care maintenance into the hands of someone who really cares. They're reasonable, experienced, reliable, licensed, and insured. They are Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. Commercial and residential services are available all year long. Call or text them today for a free estimate. Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio, 419-708-0005. Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio.
Hey there, this is indie artist Chambray Price, and I rock with Queen Silvy on the Queen Silvy Show. Bye, y'all.
Today on the Queen Silvy Show with a powerful and inspirational plan to help you overcome any obstacles in your life and obtain whatever you want. Motivational speaker, writer, and author of the book The Black Collar Mindset, The Art of Strategic Thinking, Seth Miller.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you rolling like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 It's the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, this is Smooth Tim, and thank you for dropping in with us on another terrific Tuesday on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. Without further ado, let me bring into you the Queen herself, the world's sexiest granny, everyone's favorite comedian, Queen Silvy.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world. That's right. I am Queen Silvy of the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Honored that you're here joining me on this terrific Tuesday. Smooth, how are you today?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen, and how are you doing?
As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose, is
Yes.
24/7, 365, Queen Silvy. It is simply
I know. Amazing. I know. Hey, it is what it is. True that I am amazing, but you are amazing. Smooth, you are amazing, as well as our amazing guest and announcements for today.
We do have an amazing guest on. We have Seth Miller is going to be our guest today.
Seth Miller.
He is a speaker, writer, author of books, A Black Collar Mindset, Arts of Strategic Thinking. He's here to get you on the right path.
Gonna motivate you.
There we go.
That's right.
Oh, also, announcements. Our hearts and prayers are going to be going out to the world as everything's still going on. There's all kinds of disruptions in this world for one reason and or the other.
Yes.
And just know that the Queen and I pay attention to that stuff. We care, and we are concerned, and you're in our thoughts.
Absolutely.
Also, if you would, look at the top of the screen, and you're going to see scrolling ways to get a hold of the Queen and myself. More importantly, go to www.thequeensylvyshow.com. Go to the contact tab, scroll on down, and give us your email, and then you can keep up to date with everything that the Queen and I have going on. And excuse me. Guests and everything else. All kinds of things. Make sure you go there. Also, because you are worth it, Foxy 5 Jewelry. It is sassy, elegant, and affordable jewelry for you and or that's someone special. So go ahead and get a Monica right. Get a hold of Monica on Facebook and or go to her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com. Another way to keep up with the Queen and myself is to go to YouTube, right?
That's right.
That's right. So go to YouTube and simply in the search engine, type in The Queen Silvy Show, and you'll get the results of all three of our shows, as well as some other projects that the Queen and I have been involved in. Very entertaining, and while you're there, would you please subscribe? We appreciate that. Also, how your lawn looks says a lot about you, so put that lawn care maintenance into the hands of a professional who really cares. Commercial, residential services are available all year long. Go ahead and get a hold of them. Top Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio, 419-708-0005. Some analytics from last week's show, Queen. Australia, all right, Canada, Ghana, Ireland, Jamaica, New Zealand, and the St. Kitts. Thank you for tuning on in. We appreciate you very much.
Matter of fact, Smooth, if you are watching this live, I want you to know that Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on an archive, Smooth,
our love is everlasting.
Woo, our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate you. I am honored that you're here on this terrific Tuesday. You do have time to get your pens and your paper ready to spread the word, take notes, take heed, and give a care. Love yourself. We are all here for you to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, and topics from around the world just for you. Today is a special day for me because, you know, on a Tuesday, I am really fasting right now, and I'm like ready to go smash some food. But before we do, we're going to get things going. Before I begin my conversation with my wonderful guests, what I like to do at this moment is... Yeah, that too.
And now.
That too. I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. You can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. Actions speak louder than words. So next time someone tries to convince you that they care, look at what they do, not what they say. I mean, don't get confused between what people say you are and who you know you are. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. Prove yourself to yourself, not to others. And if you want to live a happy life, hey, tie it to a goal, not to other people or things. You feel me? And those are some motivational words, yes, from the Queen Silvy Show to you. I don't know about you, but I am ready to learn some things. I love my Tuesdays. Well, I love Wednesdays and Thursdays too, as we have 3 different shows a week. But I love my Tuesdays because I'm always aiming to learn something new.
That's always entertaining. Yeah,
absolutely. And with a powerful and inspirational plan to help you overcome any obstacle in your life and obtain whatever you want. Live from Illinois, I introduce to you motivational speaker, accountability coach, writer, author of the book, The Black Collar Mindset, The Art of Strategic Thinking, Mr. Seth Miller. Hey.
How y'all doing?
Mr. Seth. I be trying to sing, Seth. I can't sing, so, you know, can't blame a girl for trying, right? You know, I be trying to sing people's names. Seth Miller. He be like, girl, please don't. You ruin it. Don't do it.
Give it a break.
Right. But I'm honored to have you here. Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show.
Thank you. It's an honor. Thank you.
I know that you are an intelligent leader, originally from the east side of Detroit, Michigan. We are here in the Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. You ever been down in Toledo?
Mhm.
You ain't came back, no, is you?
He didn't come
So
back.
driving through, but I haven't, stayed in it.
But you know of the Glass City, Toledo. We know everything about Detroit. You're in Illinois doing your thing. But I want the audience to give it up because you served over 2 decades in the United States Air Force. Oh, audience, where are you? I take the audience everywhere I go. Keep them fully charged. And you are well deserving of that. Master Sergeant, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the duties of a Master Sergeant in the United States Air Force?
Well, without becoming too convoluted, the duties are I would say, a paid babysitter, if you will. But no, what we do
That's
is
all
we
right.
oversee, but essentially what we do is oversee certain operations and also mentor individuals that are beneath us in as far as rank. So nobody individually beneath us, but rank wise. And then we also give individuals the tools and the techniques to help become better members and be better teammates within that career field that they're in.
That's interesting because I can sense that experience being something as a tool on what you're doing right now because as a leader, U.S. Air Force veteran, from all those years in the service, what lessons is it that you've taken from the past career and implemented in your future current career?
Well, what I've realized is that serving has no uniform. And so, if you are truly in the space of serving others, then utilize your God given gift to do just that. And the more that you focus on other individuals, the less you have time to focus on the things that you don't have or that don't make you feel good by focusing on what you do currently have and giving it away.
Hey, I like that. So I said leader, United States veteran, Air Force veteran. What else would you like the world to know about Seth Miller?
Well, the main thing is that I I would say that I am happy, right? I am happy. And in this current space of my life, I'm understanding the true meaning of grace and mercy, not just grace and mercy for towards other individuals, but me as an individual. So here I am at the age of 42, and I'm understanding what it is to truly just be and to be happy and to operate in spaces that's conducive with my mindset.
So with your mindset and purpose, was this all in the making for you to begin in the United States Air Force?
Well, yes, absolutely. Well, being coming from Detroit and being surrounded by certain individuals that afforded me the opportunity to think differently, but it challenged me to look at my current situation and how I can make it better. But I had to realize is that not every situation that I was in was meant for me to make it better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's times or situations where I had to help mentor and talk to individuals and let them do it and I go about my business. And then so I realized that within growth that we can outgrow certain things. So at that certain time of my life, I outgrew Detroit,
Okay.
but it wasn't necessarily the space. It was the surrounding thought process. So
Okay.
I outgrew that level of awareness.
Now, you had individuals that guided you towards the military. Is that what you're saying?
Essentially, indirectly, okay, not directly. So I was the only individual that I knew and that I wouldn't say respect, but the individuals that was around me, they have never done that. They've
Mm-hmm.
never been in the military.
Mm-hmm.
However, they saw things in me that I didn't see for myself, and there is something inside of me as far as having the ambition to want to do more
So
and to
that
want to
potential.
do right. And so that just that faith and that love and that I guess that the love that they nourished me with caused me to want to do more.
Right.
And then so when I realized that I really didn't want to do more of school, but I wanted to see the world and do something different, I looked at the options and it came up to the military. And then I looked at which one was the toughest.
Hmm.
and as far as intellectually,
Right.
and it was the Air Force at the time.
Okay. Well, hey, hats
And
off
they
to
made
you.
a career out of it.
Absolutely.
That's 20 plus years, yes.
Yes, sir. 21 years.
21 years.
And
Wow.
well, good, yeah, great for you. And you were able to be into the leadership structure, and I would imagine that's probably what you found the most rewarding about even putting in that much time.
Absolutely. Well, besides the traveling, which was great, had the opportunity to see the world.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a perk.
That's a perk.
Yeah.
But I would say not necessarily being the leader, but the most rewarding thing was giving individuals the opportunity to become leaders.
Let's call it an influencer then.
There you go.
Appreciate that. I like that. I like that a lot. A lot of people can't do that, and come out of there still sane, and come out of there and still soaring, come out of there taking other ideas. Like, how did you even, when you got finished, retire? I'm sorry, Smooth.
I just wanted to ask him before you move on out of the military, what is your most proud moment or proud achievement that you accomplished that you'd say, that's where I left my legacy in the military?
There's so many, but the first one that comes to my mind is being able. So I was in Korea. There was a time when I was in Korea, and I produced music, and I had the opportunity to work with a young lady, and we created a CD, a very nice inspirational CD, and we toured Korea just based off of that. It had nothing to do with my military career and what I was doing at the time for work. But just being able to do that. And the other piece was we had a concert, small concert, and it was the crowd full of, Koreans and different foreigners that was there, but they knew the words to the song.
All right. I bet you probably felt like, Michael Jackson used to travel all over the world, Africa, everywhere. People don't even speak English, but they out there cheering and rearing on. So I can imagine what that feels like.
So it's nice to be an influencer, isn't it? Like that?
Absolutely.
And enable somebody?
Yes, that's the key, enabling them. And so what helps me is what I feed off of is helping individuals to unravel their own gifts.
Yes, that is great. You are a blessing to even have the passion, purpose, and to every day. This is it's not a job when you love what it is that you're doing. And when you know that you've made a difference, I don't care if it's one person. Isn't that a great feeling inside to know that you're doing what it is that you're doing? Like before I was going to ask you, Seth, like when you retired, when you were approaching retirement from the United States Air Force, did you know that what you're doing now is what you were going to do?
Well, not exactly. I knew that I wanted to, but I didn't know the capacity because I had to deal with and overcome imposter syndrome. So I had to get a therapist, right? And get counseling because this was the first time of my life as an adult that I had a chance to identify who I was without wearing a uniform.
Wow.
Wait, so roll that back a second.
I'm sorry?
IPS, what the hell is that?
Well,
imposter syndrome.
Oh, yes. So imposter syndrome essentially for the military is I was able to do so many things, move into so many different rooms based off of who I was, but also the type of rank and what type of skills, knowledge, and abilities that I had. And so that was great, right? Being able to mentor, coach, and build more leaders. But then when the uniform came off, I'm like, okay, so now what do I do with myself? How can I continue to do that in another space? And so what happened was I forgot who I was, but I had to reintroduce myself to myself. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what it was. So after I took a minute to take a breath and realize that was the past, but it has afforded the opportunity for me to continue doing it. So all I did was just change the uniform and put my own uniform on.
All right. If the opportunity doesn't not create it, I always say, but correct. You realize, where you want to go. You realize that, well, there's a little stumble that I must get over and do, and you did it. So I'm like, correct. I'm gonna push that button again. Audience, where are you? Audience. Yeah, I love doing that. Only time I feel magical. But I love what you are doing, and I want everyone to know Mr. Seth Miller is here for you. Beyond today, we're going to leave information where you can obtain his book. If you have any further questions, we are going to provide that information where you can get this, and also pass it along to someone else. That's the thing. Yes.
I've got one other question because now I'm figuring out what type of individual he is. Do you also like to coach like youth sports and stuff like that?
No, not necessarily. But I am currently working with the Air Force Wounded Warriors. That's a program that help wounded, visible, and invisible warriors, as far as the Air Force, transition in the line of sports.
So you're coaching them in that regard.
Right, but only mindset.
Mindset.
Right. Well, that's what
preparing them to.
That's what coaching is, anyhow, right?
Correct. Right, essentially, but I don't do the physical aesthetics of it.
Right.
I focus on the mental piece.
Right.
Yes,
Right. And that's very important, mind you. So, man, I am so honored to have you on the show. I love your mindset. Okay. I love your purpose and what you're doing. And I want everyone out there to know that this is for you, whether you are an individual, whether you are in a profession, whether you are working. Everyone can benefit from the right mindset. And some people are equipped to succeed in life, but let's start with this. What is mindset? Tell me why someone's mindset might stop them from success or attaining anything that they want in life.
Okay, absolutely. So my definition of that, as far as mindset, is whatever it is that is creating or enabling you from getting to the place that you want to be. And what happens is individuals agree.
Okay.
They agree. So they agree to that thought process. You agree to the conversations that you're having with yourself as to why you can't have the things that you want, or as to why someone else is stopping and preventing you from getting the things that you want. So now you have accepted and have digested a specific mindset. And now you have subscribed to it, essentially. And that's it. That's it. So the thing is to be able to have a growth mindset, to understand the things that you do know has created the space for you to be where you are right now, but it's going to take you to deliberately change your mindset in order to change your environment. It doesn't happen on the outside in, right? If that's the case, that's faltering. That's going to go, but it's the inside out. So you have to do the hard work, the shadow work, if you will, to get to the place where now you're understanding a new conversation and you're agreeing with that.
Okay, so let me step off of my seat and get some people say ghetto. I'm going to give you some scenarios and you tell me, no. I mean, you know what? Some people can be at your level, and then there's people that's not at your level and don't understand and don't really feel like I don't need to get my mindset together. But I'm an example would be a prostitute.
Okay.
Who's listening to a pimp tell her this is all she can be, when this girl has culinary skills or some type of skill in the back burner, and she needs to get her thinking and her mindset together to get outside that box. Would that be a sort of an example also? I'm just taking certain little scenarios like, okay, somebody in the hood, you know, there is an opportunity for everybody to get outside the hood. You feel me? But some people is so stuck in this way that they can't see that you yourself, your individual self can do it, can succeed, can take it to another level. You must have a plan. I think the essence of strategy is choosing what not to do.
Correct.
Am I correct on that?
Right. And also I would add too, is to understand what would happen if you don't do it.
Right.
Right.
The consequences.
So attach your feelings and your emotions to the end result of you not taking action.
Okay.
Right. Because what happens is sometimes, like for the gym, some people want the end result, but they don't want to go through the pain of doing what? Waking up in the morning, doing it, putting on their gym clothes or going there. Or sometimes they have the insecurity of being seen, right, working out. So they're more focused on that they close the door before their foot even hits the floor.
Yeah,
so
not looking at other options to make that happen.
Correct.
you
There
know.
you go.
So
There you go.
explain strategic thinking and the value of it.
Okay, absolutely. So the strategic thinking is being able to look at a situation at a top level view. Okay, look at it. Look at the full picture, and it's hard for individuals to see the full picture when they're still within the frame. So get yourself outside of the frame and look at everything. So for example, look at or think about situations that you have been in that is a trigger for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have to ask yourself certain questions authentically. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Okay, I feel this way because someone I know, love, and trust told me something that isn't true. It isn't true. So therefore, I am holding on to that. And a good friend today told me gave me a phrase that I do want to inject here. It's called trauma bonding. Okay, trauma bonding. And what happens is individuals will bond you to their trauma. And sometimes we're walking around with our pockets full of someone else's trash. Now, once we realize and identify that that trash is not ours and we can see the big picture, okay, cool. This happened to me at the age of 12. Now I'm 35 years old. That situation is no longer relevant. I am better than that. I have decided to make a different step in my life. So now my trajectory is going this way. But I have to identify and realize that's the thing. You have to realize first
Mm-hmm.
that that is no longer part of my future and it has no place. And sometimes we give individuals the opportunity to occupy space rent free.
Right.
And there
Know
it
your
is.
worth. That's what I say. Know
Correct.
your worth. And it's people out here struggling with that right now. Anger, just on the edge of wanting to make that difference, but they don't realize they have the strength to do it. I mean, how do you make strategic thinking more implementation friendly?
Well, I would say, well, first get a coach, get with someone that has either been through what you're going through and you have seen that they have healed, or get someone that can break down the plans that you can implement that's easy for you to digest. You understand? So
Right.
for example, some individuals may not be able to take a hold of this steak that I'm giving them right now. So I have to chop it up.
Right.
I have to grind it up and just give it to them bits and pieces.
Right.
Right? Give them time to digest that. You
And
see?
you do this with your book, The Black Collar Mindset, The Art of Strategic Thinking. Let me play this if I will, and when we come back, let's get into it, okay?
Hang on, let me get to that vid real quick. And clip.
All right, here we go.
Everyone can't come with you. Not everyone who starts with you will finish with you. Be willing to go without them if you have to. Let's face it, when you have a dream and a goal that is yours, it's yours and only yours.
There it is, The
There
Black
it
Collar
is.
Mindset, The Art of Strategic Thinking. That's a powerful book, powerful words. And like for you, what was the inspiration to even create this book and the title?
Okay. Well, so the inspiration was me thinking about my son and understanding that I'm not going to be here forever. And I wanted to be able to give him something that I did not have. My father was not necessarily in my life throughout my adulthood or just life period.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure that I was able to give him that, and also to give my daughter something else that can help her to move strategically so she can understand that she too can get through whatever it is. But the thing is it started just for my children, but I realized by being in the military, there are unique situations, personal situations, but if you flip it, the situations aren't unique because individuals feel and go through the same thing. So then I stop necessarily looking just in my small silo, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
and then open it up. And so the black collar mindset, the title of that come from, what do you see when you close your eyes? As far as the color, it is black.
Darkness,
But that's the
yes.
places, right? That's the place that you go when it comes down to your passion, when it comes down to your dreams. That's where dreams reside. That's where your future self, but your authentic self is and may be communicating with you. So you have the blue collar worker, you have the white collar worker, more clerical, but the black collar worker or mindset is that individual that is doing something. Let's say they are a mechanic, but they may be a DJ on the side, or they may work for a corporation, right? CEO of a corporation, but they do hair on the side,
Right.
and that it's connected to their passion. So what this book does is essentially help individuals to identify what their passion is and walk authentically.
I love it. I love it. Smooth.
Oh, I wanted to make a comment to you and roll back to something that you had said some time ago when you said you was just a babysitter. And I don't think that was true. I think what you really were doing is developing individuals underneath you to take your position once you left. And you had a passion for it, and that's what you're doing.
You're right. And the reason why I use that, and it's loosely termed, but the reason why I use that is because when individuals come into the military right after graduating high school, we are surrogate parents. We are surrogate parents. We are teaching individuals, A, how to take care of themselves, how to
like
even
that.
be how to be parents, right? How
Right.
to be a future leader. So we're growing them, but then you just like kids, you have to watch out. Hey, don't go there, don't go down the street, watch yourself, don't get in trouble, boo, boo, boo. Some individual, and then also too, I had an opportunity to work in human resources, and what being a master sergeant or anyone in a leadership position is you give individuals a rope. Okay, you identify certain things, the left and rights, but you give them the rope. What they do with that rope is what they do with it. They can either climb up it or they hang themselves.
That's right.
So my job is to make sure I completely articulate consequences and accountability. And that's it.
And you know what?
Now, who instilled that mindset?
But I
Was
like that.
That had to have been something you had developed while you were there. They said, this is the easiest way to do it. This is the easiest way to accomplish your mission, which is to get these individuals to point B.
Correct.
I love it. It is. I love the way you put that because as a parent, that's how we do our children. You can instill and teach them all you can, but listen, when they get grown and go and do what?
Oh, shake
You know what I'm saying? Come on now, and that is true. So with your book though, and with your years in the service, have you incorporated this book in the service to like when they recruit these young boys that they go through this, or they're given this book to probably help them, guide them, and get their mindset correct for what you know already, what all they're going to go through, the training, the mentalness, because, hey, listen, the military will mess with your mind if you let it.
That's right. Well, so I came out with this book 2 years before actually retiring. So
Wow.
I did not have that direct influence. However, my goal was to not just put it in the hands of everybody that is coming into the military or the Air Force, but any position anywhere when an individual is transitioning from one place in their life to another.
Even if you're getting promoted up to another, it will be,
There you go.
well, there, your book is going to be everywhere.
That's the goal. And the
Everywhere.
thing is I really do believe that we can have casual conversations that does not have to be not clinical, right? But just common sense. Now I do understand common sense isn't common for everyone, but I would say one of the gifts that I have is to be able to bring something from right here to down here so you can get it. Now, if you want it, that's up to you, you see, but that's it.
So listen, let me say, if you were on stage, someone called you in to talk to, let's say, high school students who are about to go transition into
College or the military.
How would you motivate, or what would you say to these
graduating students?
graduating? What would you say to motivate them and convince them? Well, not even convince them, but what would you say to motivate them to want to read your book, to want to get their mindset and their focus right, and have that backup plan for all these goals and things that they are about to journey into?
Okay, cool. Well, what I would say is you are now the captain of your boat. and you have always been. But understand that not everyone in your boat is rowing, but people have specific placements and jobs on your boat. Understand, there are some individuals that help you out with the maintenance of your boat, right? As far as encouraging and things of that nature. There's individuals that love and truly support you. Those are the individuals that's making sure that everything around you is good to go as far as with the other individuals. But there's also individuals that's there to help you navigate. Those are your mentors. Those are your coaches. Those are the individuals that have been where you are going, and they can help to articulate how to do it with love and also with compassion.
Okay.
So understand that there are some individuals that may be in your boat right now that may be drilling holes in your boat. So your job is to identify who they are and realize you are the captain of your ship, and some of them need to go overboard.
Absolutely.
And we do that.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
now,
we do
with that
that.
said, all that what you said, would that be the same way that you say and motivate, let's say, an individual who is in corporate, but they're in corporate right now and they're being promoted up into a more responsible thing. But knowing that this individual doesn't really have the self-esteem, but just happen to be lucky to get through that way, what would you say to that individual who's going to take that leadership role and they need a little bit more focus, more mindset? They need to, what would you say? Would it be the same thing that you just said for the high schooler, or what would you say?
So essentially, it would be the same thing, but I would make sure that it is curtailed to that audience, right? So I'll just make sure that the vernacular is easy for them to pick up and to also apply. But if you think about it, just that analogy is easy to get, and they can see it. They can, as just talking about it, they can place those individuals that's the navigator. They can place who may be in their boat that's not rowing. They can place who may be in their boat, in their circle, that's rowing backwards. They know who it is.
Right.
See,
right.
They know who it is.
Right.
So then all I would do is take that same information and then apply it to their job. But then I will let them explain to me where they see those people and I will ask them to write this down, and they can share it if they want to, but who needs to go overboard. And also I would do this too, because I like to do this when I'm speaking and going around different places. I will flip it to say, are you in someone else's boat and you're not rowing?
Right.
I got another question.
That's right.
Do you go in depth with them about how to develop goals, mission, objectives, and have a vision?
Absolutely. And again, it all depends on what's asked of me, right? If someone say, hey, we need you to do this, and once I get the information, I need maybe 15 minutes, and then I can give them a talk on it.
And you help them develop that for themselves, yes?
Absolutely, absolutely, because ultimately it's about accountability.
Right.
So all I can do is give you the tools and tell you what may need to be screwed in, but you have to go up and
physically screw it in. Yeah.
Right. That's right. Hey, we're talking to motivational speaker, accountability coach, writer, and author of the book, The Black Collar Mindset, The Art of Strategic Thinking, Mr. Seth Miller. Hey, if you don't know, now you know, and if you need more, we're going to give you that information where you can catch on and get more of that. But Seth, let me ask you, because as accountability coach and just someone who is so passionate and making a difference in what you're doing, do you do one-on-one? Do you do any counseling? You know, like if someone says, hey, we can do this here. Today's society, make it happen virtually. You can reach people all over the world. But do you do that one-on-one? Like someone right now thinks they need to have a good conversation with you.
Absolutely. And what I'll do is we will have a discovery call, which is absolutely free. And we'll talk about what it is that they want. Okay. And then I will ask them, just like anyone, what are you willing to do? Because a lot of times that's what it is. But there's also times people just want to be heard. And I'll listen.
Right.
For half an hour. See, that's the difference. Me being an accountability coach, different than being a life coach. I don't want to be in every aspect of your life. I don't have that much time, and neither do you.
Right.
So I'd rather get you from point A to point B and give you the plan that we've actually created, and you utilize that plan and go about your business.
Right.
And then if you get off that plan, pick up what we pick up what we created and follow up.
Let me ask you one more question. You had discussed a little bit earlier about that there's people in your boat drilling holes, dead weight. Do you teach them how to bring influencers into their boat and expand that circle of influence to develop?
Absolutely. If that's something that they want to know, right? So let's say, for example, you realize that there's individuals that are drilling holes in your boat, but now you have to identify this. This individual may need to go, but their placement was very, very crucial. So now let me analyze who do I know, or who I may know that may know someone else that is more in line with my definiteness of purpose. And now, since I'm the captain, let's have an interview to see if they can be a part of the team. But then also, let's make it a full exchange. How can I be a part of their team? Meaning, how can I serve them as well?
Have a strategic plan. You know what? Yeah, he's right. He could go. This can take this can take months talking this stuff over.
You're right. I'm loving every bit of it, and I again, Seth, appreciate you taking the time and enlightening me and someone out there who definitely needs to hear this. That every individual has the power to succeed. Take every challenge as an opportunity.
Absolutely.
As a goal. But how do you know if your mindset is fixed or growth?
Okay. So there's a chapter in the book called Pop. All right. And you guys, like me, anything that we see as far as, let's say, Sprite, Coke, whatever, right? Mountain Dew, we call it Pop. Other places, they call it soda.
Right.
But what I do is I utilize that as an acronym: passion, opportunity, and purpose. So for those individuals that first give themselves the authority to focus on the things that they are really passionate about and operating in that, meaning without the fear of someone else's thought process, then they will start to see different opportunities. But that's only one step. When you see those opportunities, gravitate toward them authentically still and say, hey, how can I be a part of this? Is there anything that I can do because I love doing this or love being a part of this? And then with those opportunities, that's when you will see your purpose. That's right. When you will see your purpose. But you have to quiet the noise. You have to quiet the noise. And some of that noise is coming from the past you that did not believe that you can be who you are today.
Right on. Right on. Right on. How many chapters? Tell me about the book. How many chapters is in the book?
Let's see. I don't really count them, and they're not long chapters. Let's see. I believe it's 16.
Which is your favorite? Give me something from the book that you really is impactful. Well, I'm sure the whole book is impactful, but give me an excerpt from it.
Okay. Well, one in particularly, the plastic plant. And the reason why I love the plastic plant, and I use this to go into different situations, like this plastic plant here. There was many years ago when my daughter would come down to my basement and she wanted to play and things of that nature. And so she saw one of my plants in the corner. It was this plastic plant there for decoration. And she saw it and she was touching it. And she went to the restroom and filled up a real big cup of water. I was getting ready to pour it in. I said, hey, what are you doing? You understand? What are you doing? She says, well, it's thirsty. And I said, no, it's not thirsty. And I said, baby, it's dusty. It's not thirsty because it's just there. It's in my basement.
Right.
And then she was like, I said, baby, it's not real. She says, yes, it is. And she started going like this. And it dawned on me. How many plastic plants do we water in our life?
Right.
What's going to happen if you water a plastic plant? Absolutely nothing. And ladies and gentlemen, if you realize that your body is 60% water, you will understand that this is life. Right? This is love. This is energy. This is time. So are you putting your time and energy and love into something that cannot yield the same thing to give back to you? Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a philanthropist. There's nothing wrong with serving. But identify that you only have X amount of water a day. X amount of water in your life. So it's your responsibility to make sure you know the difference between something plastic or authentic.
Good example. She taught you that time.
It's an interesting analogy.
And as you know, you started it out for the children and it's now for everyone. I love the legacy that you're leaving. the seeds that you are planting, and how you're helping people grow. This book is illustrated with thought-provoking examples and exercises. It challenges oneself to dig deep inside themselves, and I'm loving it. This book is available where?
So it's available everywhere, but you can go to the blackcollarmindset.com, and there you can get it on Amazon, but specifically you can get an autographed copy there. So once you go to the website, click the link, and I would physically send it to you.
Autograph copy.
I want to say, oh shit, but I ain't gonna say it.
And also too, for those individuals that don't like, and I know it's a newer generation, they don't want to turn the pages, it's on audible.com as well.
All right, make it available always. Hey, you can even make that book in various languages around the world. You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing. I'm sorry, Smooth.
No, I had another question.
Smooth is rare, and you got Smooth. And just like,
I'm just thinking about the type is, he did your stint in the military, okay, and you're doing this particular job now. Do you still think you've found your road, or are you still searching for it too?
No, I realized that I'm on the road. So I'm no longer looking. And I believe that was the most liberating thing.
The most profound thing. Mm-hmm.
There it is. And I believe that we miss the most important things about life because we're still searching, but we're missing it. So once you identify that we are all connected, we are the road, we are the air, we are each other. Right. The thing is, we're just we're in the same building, different floors. And with those different floors, it's just different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So now my responsibility as far as being a servant leader is to be able to hit the elevator back down, but don't just hit the elevator, go in the elevator down there and then help you.
Don't sit there and watch the buttons light up and do it all. I mean, you can be
help you get to the top of the building.
That's
too.
right. That's right.
There you go.
Okay, so overall, what steps should someone use to improve their strategic thinking and mindset? The black collar mindset, the art of strategic thinking, but add to it.
Well, the first thing I would say is understand what it is that you want and be okay with it. And what I mean by that is sometimes individuals will guilt you into thinking that what you want is too lofty, it's selfish, it doesn't make sense, it's not in line with your values. But if they understand that we're all individuals, you have to protect your neck. And what I mean by protecting your neck, you need to protect your neck from those energy vampires, but that's another segment.
You're right. I have entertainers on the show a lot, and I'm always telling them, and it doesn't just have to be entertainers, but you're going to always, even in your own bowl, your own area, you're going to always have somebody that do not want to see your ass succeed. You feel me? Somebody that sees your potential, whether you see that potential or not, but they don't want you to proceed and succeed. And it is what it is, and it's true.
Well, there's a lot of applicants out there for your particular job.
Oh, listen. And
it is. But what I realize is that we will spend more time trying to convince. Here's the key. We will spend time trying to convince someone that don't like us that we are worthy and valuable, but at the same time, low key, we really don't like them either.
Right?
So what are we doing?
Wasting time. Using all this energy that could be going towards taking you to somewhere as you said, getting anything you want in life.
And people are waiting for you to identify who you are.
Yes.
There's individuals that need what you have. But what we're doing is we're knocking on doors that's not meant for you to walk through. And those individuals on the other side really don't want you there. So once, let's say, for example, you have enough energy and power and let's say influence to get on the other side of that door, you'll realize that space is not conducive for you.
Right? Ooh, preach it. No, listen to me talking about some preach it. What I want y'all to do is to go and check this out. Take it another step further. If you've taken 1 second to listen to Mr. Seth Miller, and the words and the things that he's had to say to try to motivate and inspire you. If that's not enough, listen, go to your website and go get this book. Go to your website and follow this young man. Send a message and ask the question. If it wasn't pertaining, if I didn't say what you need to ask this man. Some people don't want to come on live and ask you a question, but they are sitting there right now with something that they want to do, something they want to say. We're going to provide that to you. Tell everybody, Seth, how you can be followed, how you can be contacted.
Absolutely. So any platform from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, go to Seth the Speaker, and we can just have a casual conversation. Right? All you have to do, if you can identify the things that you want and say, this is what I need help at, then it's good. That's how it starts. Right? And then again, back to the book, you can go to the blackcollarmindset.com and you can get it on Amazon if you want to. It's on Kindle, but if you want an autographed copy, we can do that there.
Love it. I love it. And it doesn't stop there. You are one busy guy. You also have a podcast, The Lion's Den with Seth. Tell everybody about that and how we can all chime in on that.
Absolutely. So again, if you go to the Lions Den with Seth, it's on YouTube, Facebook, or the Lions Cast. You can see that it's me, a couple other individuals, good friends, right, from the military, and we talk about all things leadership, growth, and development, but with action.
Oh.
Okay. And we have different individuals on to talk about different things that's going on in the community, what's going on in their life, and things that we can connect with to start and initiate those hard conversations.
I love it.
In the den.
I love it.
That's why I said when now he's talking about action plans, man. Like I said, I can understand why he's doing a podcast, because this is months and months and months of educating somebody to understand how this all works.
Absolutely.
That's all right. Well, you know what? I'm thanking you for being here on the show. We're not really done, because what I want everybody knows, I don't know, is it next week or we're going to start that back up again?
Next week.
We play a game on Tuesdays, the Tuesday show, the Queen Silvy show, and that is called Sylvia Mid. And it's called Sylvia Mid because I said so.
For a reason.
But what it is, it's a word guessing game. We switch up different word guessing games for that month. Contestants call in and they play, or video in, come in live, and they play the game live. And then whomever has the most words at the end of the month, they win the whole cash prize. Nice. So I want you to set the bar. That's what I said. He don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh,
I'm going to have him. Now. I'm going to have Seth set the bar and show an example of how to play Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game. And it's real simple. Smooth is going to call out a letter, and you're going to have 60 seconds to name as many words beginning with that letter. Point blank. That's it. Then next week, the next contestant will come in and they'll do it. Whomever has the most words at the end of that month, they win straight out cash. No matter where you are, we send your butt some cash. So set the example for us today with Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game.
If agreeable to you.
You're going to let me set my clock here. Hold on. You will have 60 seconds to call out as many words. Tim's going to give you a letter. What letter is it? I'm not
going to give it to him.
Well, not give him to him. Call out a letter, Smooth.
Okay. The letter could be F, as in Fahrenheit.
The letter is F. When I say go, you will have 60 seconds to call out, without repeating, all words beginning with F. And go.
Friends, family, foundation, Florida, floor, Fahrenheit, fragrance, fragility, fortitude, foundation, force, fluctuation, fan, faucet, fragrance, fence, foster, foster home, foster care, foster parent, fostering.
5, 10, 15. I got 19. What did you get?
19.
19 words is not bad.
You know, isn't that difficult?
It is.
People do not, when you sit there because your mind starts.
What words? But you know what the key is? The key is making it plural, like farting, farter. I'm gonna EMING. But you are the winner because I'm gonna tell you, you gave some great words.
Yeah, it's going.
I love those words.
It's going through your vowels, the AEIOUs, and then pluralizing, like fixes, fixed.
Yeah. But that's
you got to really think. It's good mind game. It's good exercise for your mind.
It is.
So that's one of the word games that we do. We won't do all the other ones, but that is one when we play Sylvia Mid, and it usually follows after our interview with our guests. But I appreciate you setting it up and showing people that's how you play the game. And it's easy. It's free. We give away cash. I love giving away Tim's cash.
Money. Wait, my money?
I love giving
Wait
away
a
his money.
Wait. Hit the brakes. My money.
Silly boy.
Okay.
But listen, Seth, I appreciate you taking the time being here on the Queen Silvy Show. Listen, we'd love to have you come back another time. Like Smooth said, there's so much that you offer, provide, and give, motivate, and inspire. And listen, that's what we are all about, bringing the best in live entertainment, talents, and topics. And you are a topic all yourself.
Yeah, maybe
and
coming
we'd
up
love to have you back.
Michelle, this is where you're going to talk about how to develop a vision.
There's many things, many reasons. So, hey.
I mean, that can be a whole show in itself.
Absolutely. So, yes, I do hope you enjoyed yourself. We will welcome you back again. I'm sure that there's going to be an outpour of, where is he? How we get
How do we get hold of him?
We're going to just throw them all over your way and send them to you. But I do thank you for taking the time on this terrific Tuesday to honor me and be here on the show. Very informative, intelligent man. What do you do actually when you don't have time? I mean, when you do have time, don't have time. This guy's busy. His mind is like doing so much. What's an activity that you enjoy doing off the record?
Well, I have a slingshot. If you guys are familiar with that, that is
Do
a
you?
Polaris slingshot. It has 3 wheels, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. So I like to ride, and I just like to drive and really, clear my mind and listen to music because I moonlight as a DJ as well. So I love all ranges and all genres of music. And then
See, we're
I like
music
the
heads.
solitude of just going.
I love that. We are so music heads. Music is one of the best therapeutic things I have in my home. Music everywhere. You flush the toilet, music plays. I ain't kidding.
Can't get away without music.
Music, yes. So that's great. I love that. All right. Well, I'm going to just say I am honored and thankful to have you on the show, and we look forward to having you back again.
Yes, thank you all, and it's been a great, outstanding experience. And everyone that's tuning in, please follow them, follow this outstanding show. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. This was
He caught me, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Oh my
I guess that's the part of the military.
I know. I'm like, he caught me, ma'am. That's okay. My grandson, well, we ain't going to talk about how many grandkids we have.
Just one.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
You
But,
mind not telling?
he calls me E. He won't say granny. He'll just say E. And I used to be upset because he says everybody's names, the syllables, but when you say me, it's E. So now I'm honored to be just known as E. I know what it means. It's special to me.
It's all right.
But keep it up with all that you're doing, and we most definitely is going to be back in touch with you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again.
Have a great one.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You
Have
do
a
the
good day
same.
as well.
Bye-bye.
On this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. I know I have not forgotten my shout-outs from my good friends all around the world, and I'd like to give those shout-outs as I can at this moment. Shout out to you, Queen Jenna.
Hang on. There you are.
Boom. Shout out to you, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Queen Follette Clark, and Connette Rawls. Shout out to you. Helen and Peace Myers, shout out to you. Corey and Casey Patinio, Joan Mercer. In fact, today is Joan's birthday. Smooth. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Shout out to Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, and Camille. Shout out to my Poo Amori, as well as Jonathan Jr. and Tyron. Shout out to you, Jonathan Sr., Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, Alana, and Precious. Shout out to Kelly and Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy and the All-American Girls. Shout out to Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Pam Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin. Shout out to you. Shout out to Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, Donna Ferry, Pam Bailey, all the way down in Africa, Amy Kanima, and Websterito Hostile Flow. Matter of fact, I want you guys to tune in for Thursday's show, the Now You Know show. We'll be showcasing a special music from Websterito Hostile Flow out of Johannesburg, South Africa. Shout out to you, Robin Taylor, DJ Team Broke 100, to my good queens, my good friends in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross, to Lorenzo Gabaniza, Miguel Montalban, and in the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek. Shout out to you. Hey, listen. Hey, baby. Yeah. If you would love to be shouted out, you have someone that you would love us to represent, we will represent you very well. Simply send me your name, your contact information to queensylvia@comic.com, the website, the Queen Sylvie Show, or wherever you're viewing or listening to this today. Smooth will make sure we get that information out.
There you go.
Yes, we will on this terrific Tuesday. It's been a great day, very informative.
Yep. I always enjoy talking about
giving you a little tip of the beginning, because we most definitely will have Mr. Seth Miller back on the Queen Sylvie Show. A lot to give, a lot to motivate and inspire, and we love to motivate and inspire and bring the best.
It's important to have that kind of guidance in your life, no matter where you get it. I mean, through, like our guest today, and some may need mental health counseling guidance, but don't ever be afraid to grow and learn.
That's right. Faith over fear, baby. You can do it. Anything out here you can do, and you have the tools to do it. Sometimes we get a little bit too much you feel on your shoulder, or you can't get that motivation or the right words to the edge to get out and do it. Go and get this book.
I think he said it right. Most of us have the tools. It's nobody just showed us how to use it yet.
Right. So if you know your worth, if you don't know your worth, know that you are worth that and much, much more. Much, much more. There are people who care.
Indeed.
There are tools out here available for you, and we aim to bring that best to you. So, yes, indeed. And I'm hungry, right? I'm sitting here
so
thinking about food.
Like,
Smooth, how can we be followed?
You can be followed on Google us, and you'll find all kinds of different ways to get a hold of us, whatever your favorite platform may be. We're on all the major platforms.
Yes, we are
Googleable. More importantly, the easiest way to go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube page, and you'll get everything that we're doing, basically, all the videos. And love it. Subscribe.
Bringing the best of live entertainment, talents, and topics 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award-winning The Queen Sylvie Show. Tune in tomorrow for a wonderful Wednesday. Tim's Tidbits with special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. I'm not even going to act smooth, but no, you need to be there. It is so explosive. That show is every Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
The FBI raided Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, are you going to speak on that too?
Be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's funny. Just... we're here to serve.
Well, I'm not going to speak on that, but I'll tell you my opinion on it tomorrow during his show. I might call in and have to tell a little something about that.
Yeah,
you will want to as well. It's a great political.
It's not political.
It's a great show with a lot of politicalness. Yes, it is.
Okay.
And if you can handle it, come and get it tomorrow. Tim's Tidbits, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But it doesn't stop there, because every Thursday we present the Now You Know show with Queen Sylvie and Smooth Tim, encouraging inspirational segments from some great, wonderful people worldwide, sharing their gift, their knowledge to you. It's going to be fantastic, as well as the weekly show question of the week. And that is in the evenings on Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do check your time zones, but please join us if you will.
And you got to tell them what the question is, or they're going to have to go to www.thequeensilvershow.com and messenger for the...
Message me and I'll tell you, or watch Thursday, you'll know, and you can even call in during that time as well.
I guess that's the only way they're going to find out what the question is.
For this week, yes. Yes, indeed. And I don't mind sharing that out for you at any weeks if you'd love to know the show questions. We'd love to have you join us and participate in that as well. Simply message me at queensylviacomic.com. wherever you're viewing or listening to this, or go to the website, thequeensylvieshow.com.
It's one way to do it. I guess the only way to do it.
With that said, listen, I want you to go out and enjoy your day. I thank you for tuning in, watching, listening in, and spreading the word. Do go to the YouTube channel, The Queen Sylvie Show, and subscribe to that as well. And follow us any and everywhere. We are here for you. And with that said,
I guess until next week, Queen.
Oh, holla.
We'll holler. Bye.